Things are serious these days, so there's no joking.
Police and the army say the security situation in Masaka is now stable, with no death reported over the last 7 days. Over 78 suspects relating to the murders were arrested, screened, and 12 produced to court.
An additional 11 suspects are pending court either today or tomorrow after their case files were sanctioned. And the advantage we have is that the majority have admitted to participating in the murderous rampage and even led us to reconstructing some of the selected scenes of crime.
We want to continue to appeal for calmness, especially for all those people in Greater Masaka and in the country at large.
According to police spokesperson Fred Enanga, statements from the 23 suspects indicated that politicians Muhammed Ssegirinya and Allan Ssewanyana were the masterminds behind these murders.
We zeroed on them based on the admissions from the suspects, clearly indicating how they were recruited, taken through the intentionally designed plans in a meeting they held at Endeavour, and that was aimed at creating animosity against elderly victims in the selected districts. The suspects indicated to us how they were promised wealth as a motivating factor, and that it was under the command of, so far, the two politicians.
Preliminary investigations also indicate that the reason for attacking the elderly is due to political differences.
According to the suspects who are with us, of course, they were basically targeting the elderly, saying that these are elderly people who have not been sharing their views in the Greater Masaka region. But since we are simply interrogating the two politicians and we have not yet proved the case against them, let us look at what statements they give to us.
We requested for a police explanation of previous murders from the same areas, since these findings have never been made public, to which Enanga had this to say.
I think there was the issue of Chidawarime and Galiwango, but then again there were also other suspects who were also arrested.
According to the deputy spokesperson, Lieutenant Colonel Ronald Kakurungu, the operations in the Masaka region are now run by Joint Security Operations. However, we asked him why it took long to deploy after the killings had started.
Not even one death, in fact, should happen. So it is not that we had to wait for some number and then we act. No, all these people, we had always been following them, working with the local leaders.
The police is also tracking anonymous threats that have been reported in areas such as Masanafu, Ganda and Kawempe, which were also feared to be machete murderers.
So far, our experts from the forensic services are working vigorously to determine the origin and validity of these threats, and we shall ensure that the persons who are responsible for sending the threatening letters are actually tracked down.
Patrick Senyondo, NTV.
Thank you.